Let me welcome Hari, Naveen, Naresh, Venkateshwara for this roundtable. Alberta. Somebody's from Alberta joined actually. Okay. So, thank you guys for joining. So, how is the weather there? I mean, there's snow, I heard actually.
No, sir.
Naresh,
There's
there's no
no.
snow.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Naveen, they
One
get a snow.
Toronto and Scarborough.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay, how is the weather at your place?
It's raining.
Raining actually. Okay. Good,
Where are
good,
you
good.
from, bro? Vancouver?
I'm from Hyderabad.
He was at
Okay.
Well, I lived in a place where you get about 7 feet snow. Sudbury,
Calgary,
Ontario.
Sudbury. Okay.
Okay.
Sudbury, it's up north for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You have to drive 4 hours up north. You know where Thunder Bay is? It's midway. It's
Okay.
halfway through Thunder Bay. Yeah.
But
So,
straight after Sudbury, bro. Timmins.
correct,
Another 4 hours.
correct. Exactly. Very nice.
okay. So just to set the context, for this discussion, we will discuss about various option available, study abroad option available for students from India. Okay. I have made some quick points. Over the period of time. We'll also take some more question from the audience. Audience, if you wanted to ask question from the speakers, you can go ahead and put the message. On behalf of you, I will ask that actually whatever you wanted to ask them, you can go ahead and type it in the chat. I will, on behalf of you, I'll ask them actually. So, we're going to discuss about the cap, how it's going to impact the cap. They put the recent cap of 3.95 lakhs, and they also have introduced, limitation on province-wise numbers on province-wise, and also the GST has increased from 10,000 to 20,000 from 1st of January. And from September, the part time is 24 hours. So we'll also discuss about it. The question is it's not about 24 hours. The question is, are they getting 24 hours part time? Is the question which we need to ask for it. So we'll also discuss about it. And there's a lot of, the media is showing a lot of things about Indians. The consular has been attacked and the Hindu temple, all these things. We'll also touch upon how safe it is actually. So then there's one key point which we need to discuss is, DLI. Um, Not every colleges has the option today to, if you want to post-study work, there's only a limited, or there's only a specific institute can go through that. And sometime back, Venkat was talking about, 6 to 9 months in a, in a condition weather is not too good actually, because there's one survey recently I was just going through. A lot of people go through depression in Canada because of weather, in the, especially some part of Canada. And there is also one more survey says most of the people who immigrant within 9 years, there is a possibility they wanted to change it to other country or getting back to India. See, these are the contests I would like to take it up on this discussion, on this roundtable actually. So, as I was telling you, we have Hari. Hari is actually, I have done a podcast, amazing story, inspiring story, and he's looking at some great thing from Canada. So, he is already there for a year, and he's also doing a part-time as, digital marketing. Hari, welcome to the studio. And
Thank you.
yes, thank you. And Naveen is also a student, and healthcare. So proud that he's in healthcare, because generally, if you get into healthcare, Canada is one place. A lot of other country too, but Canada is also one place where getting a PR on healthcare is little more. Easier compared to other. Welcome Naveen to this roundtable. And we have a Naresh. Oh, sorry. We have Hirtik from Mumbai Indians. Oh, no, it is Naresh only. So it is Naresh only. Naresh is, you go out and watch his Insta. All these people are pretty active on Insta. All good influencers, actually. Naresh is there for quite some time, working there also. So we have a lot of, things to clarify with Naresh too, actually. And my friend Venkateshwara is with me also today. The best thing is Venkat lived about 7 years in Canada and worked for some of the uni at Canadian-based uni. So right now he's based out of Hyderabad. So we have a amazing team. Various experience. So any kind of a question you can throw. See, already there is Ranjit is asking about IELTS. It is not about university requirement. More than university requirement is a visa requirement. So there is nothing much to discuss. It is needed. And one new rule which they have introduced now is, if you wanted to do if you wanted to apply for a post-study works, again you have to write English language qualification. We'll discuss about that actually. Okay. So probably I don't know whether that's applicable for Hari and Naveen, because you're also being a student, and now somehow Naresh has escaped on that actually. So we'll touch upon all these things. So starting with we will talk about GIC. Okay. So GIC was people who got into Canada before 31st of December 2023, I would say they were supposed to pay only 10,000. Right now it is 20,000. Definitely there is a pinch of strain or a pain or whatever you call it as actually. So but is it because of the cost of living, where you have seen the cost of living gone to double, or what is that? What do you guys feel actually? Why they made it as 20,000 and is only, and the cost is from 10,000 to 20,000 is a steep hike. Double is obviously it is a steep hike. Is that cost of living has gone up, or any other cost has gone up to that extent? Yeah, who'd like to take it up? Yeah, Hari, go ahead.
Yeah, actually that's the truth, because 700 is not at all equal to managing your expenses without a job. So
Okay.
before it was like Canada was like people come here, they get a job, so they don't even use their GIC, they just spend the money which they're getting as a salary. But what happening now is like they can't even finding part-time jobs, so it's hard to live it's hard to fully dependent on GIC. The 700 is not at all sufficient.
Sufficient.
It can be if you are living in places like Kitchener, because I know a few people who's living in Kitchener outside the Ontario or places, kind of rural places. They are like 750 is okay, 700, 750 fine, they can manage to some extent. But if you're living
Yeah.
in Toronto or any other big city, it's hard. So this 1,400 is kind of more than what we need, because as a student we can expect only like 1,000 to 1,200 of dollars of expense. So this
Okay.
1,400 GAC is more than sufficient. So this is actually better to take
Actually
care of
better.
our expenses. What if we don't get a part-time job? What if we end up with no money after the GAC spendings? So yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. So Naresh, or anybody else would like to take
Yeah.
this? Actually, you added up something. Yeah.
So, sir, so the thing why government made it to 20,000 is because, the prices are increased because compared to like 2 to 3 years back, everything, the rent price and everything, the prices were increased, and people can't just rely on jobs. That's the main reason government put these cap. Like you have to have 20,000 because they can't depend on the job, because it's difficult to get the job at the same time. And government don't want students to search for a job, like they came here for study. That's the main thing people are saying and coming. But when they are coming here and then they are going for job and stuff, they are not actually like concentrating on the studies. And so government thinks like, okay, let's put more money for GIC, so some people don't come, like it will reduce the amount of people who's coming here. And at the same
Yeah.
time, people don't just rely on job, like they will get money. So it's like that's the main reason government did it. So they don't want people to go for a job.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay. So, but one thing which I wanted to also wanted to know is, see, before 31st, the part-time job wages, minimum wages, and currently there was not much of difference. Yeah, because see, you're talking about the amount or the spend is increased, but minimum wages for part-time is not increased to that extent of doubling actually. So what is your thought on that actually? Naveen and Venkat also would like to join on this discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. I still have a question on GIC, but I just wanted to get their feedback on it. But if I can go
Please
back to
go ahead.
GIC, that See,
Yeah, yeah.
so you, what is your impact? Because see, when in the, like previous years, students used to show 10,650 something for the GIC. What is the impact on students of increasing the GIC? What is your impact personally? Did you have any difficulty? Because that dispersing that much of amount or getting a loan of 10 lakh rupees is a huge deal, right? I just wanted to know
Okay.
what your
See,
feedback or what is the impact that you had.
okay. Luckily,
Uh,
that
a-
Naveen and Hari has got into the 10,000 bracket.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
actually, I
go
would
ahead.
like to talk here because when it comes to $20,000, I got a job within 30 months. Sorry, 30 days. So I
30
don't
days.
face that much struggle as many students face
Great.
over here. So I literally
Great.
got a job without a zero reference. I just randomly dropped resume near my college and I just picked out of three. I have to pick the job. That how I was faced. It's not the same scenario for the everyone. For me, I
Mhm.
just choose which job I should work. So I went into Popeyes. So when I
Mhm.
got a job, when it when we get $730, I could have saved for my second year fees because most of the students wants to save money for their tuition because if we will be paying like 1 year of tuition fees when we are coming from India to Canada, so we pay like 1 year study fee and the GIC. So when we
Correct.
just end up with a part-time job, we used to save that $730 and we can spend for the second year fees. If not, we would have take other loan and we'll be making more mess because the interest rate in India is more high when it's compared to
That's right.
Canada. Because in Canada, the education loan is very low, like 4 to 5%, let's say.
Focus.
But in India, it's 13, 14, 15%. So that's why India is very like how to say
Yeah, it is
it's
cost of
very
money is
complicated.
expensive.
Yeah, it's very complicated. So
Yeah, cost of
when
money is
it's
in there expensive. Yeah, correct.
when
Good.
it's double the money, like let's say we getting $1,400 when we just pay 20,000 Canadian dollars GIC, we getting $1,400 per month. We could have saved for the entire 2 years of tuition fees if we end up with a nice job. So many of the students, if I'm also saving that $10,000, I could have
Hmm.
end up paying with one semester fee. I have to save for the next semester, the fourth semester. So we can't save for the fourth semester because it's again $10,000. We can just save like half of the amount. So half of the amount we should borrow money from our friends, families, and the uh, to the we have to get a loan from the bank or that's all. So I say it's very good for the students who are coming to Canada nowadays. They can't be more financial crisis. They won't face more financial crisis.
Correct.
So for me, the living cost is like 730 is good. I can pay for my rent, my
Mhm.
groceries, my mobile bills, and everything. But I can't spend more on spending time with my friends or eating multi-cuisine foods like that. But I can survey with that $730. It depends basically about the location. I'm staying in London, so my living cost is very low. When it comes to Toronto, it will be double the amount. So it
Yeah.
depends upon the location and the
Okay.
area.
Okay.
Valid point.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just want to
So
personally add something. So as Inky bro asked, so my GAC was 730 rupees, and I got a job within a week of after landing, but they kicked me after a month because they want to shut down the showroom. And I've been into multiple jobs, and I cannot find anything which is like I can be reliable. So I was jobless on winter as well. So what happened during winters is I cannot find a job as well because restaurants can be laying off people. So with this 700 GAC, I had to survive. But
mm,
unfortunately, in Toronto, my whole rent itself is 650.
mm,
So what happened is I didn't bring money a lot because I didn't have anything to bring. So I vanished all the money I had. So to cover the extra $300-400 expenses, I had to do Uber in winter in Toronto. So I was covering the extra $300-400. I was compressing my expenses, and then I'm doing extra Uber because I cannot find any jobs. So somehow this is how I was managing the additional expenses over the GIC. So if it's
Okay.
1,400, worst case scenario, I'm saying worst case, if people landing up with no jobs and all those stuff, it can be helpful because I cannot borrow from my birthplace also because my parents they cannot give. So I had to be on my own. So if that's the case, I need that 1,400 in emergency case. Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Okay. So yeah, Naresh, you have something?
Yes, sir. So small quickly. So the thing is, for now situation, people need at least $1,400 per month, sir. Because
Mm.
anywhere, even in Timmins, my friends are still in Timmins. It's like far, like around 700 kilometers from Toronto. The rent is still around. Private room is around $500 to $600, and even they are spending around the same amount. Like, gradually, like $150 or $200 will be like difference, but
Yeah.
when we are in like a city like Toronto city,
Mm.
we have more place to spend. Like there are more places here that will like without even knowing us will just start spending here. So
Yeah.
and if people don't have money, they will get into stress and depression. Now because of the GIC money, like people are they're not getting that much stress. So I think the 20,000 will be little good, but
Makes sense.
from the students' perspective, it's like maybe not.
Yeah. There is a question here. There is a
Yeah.
question here. I mean, like, for the visa purpose, do we need to show 1 year or a 2 year? I mean, it is a 1 year. Venkat would like to take this actually.
Yeah, I can answer that. See, as you all know, they have taken the SDS out. Everybody, for the
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys who are
Yeah.
joining with us in Insta with YouTube, right?
Yeah.
SDS means student direct stream, and
Yeah.
so that is tend to be the more faster way and faster way of doing visas. And there were some requirements to get into those category, and one of the category is GIC in that. So currently, we went to the government has stopped the student direct stream, and we can apply through the normal category right now. So for the normal category, GIC is not a required show fund, right? It's not a required document, let's say. But that being said, it's very much recommended to show GIC funds, and the government is still accepting GIC funds in the visa document. So it's very much recommended. Yeah, I hope I've
So
answered the weakness in yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, like, it is not mandatory to show the GIC, but because it is not SDS, we'll come back on the SDS, because SDS you will get it 3 to 4 weeks. Right now it's anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks, or actually it is taking some time more than that also. Actually, we'll come back to that actually. So let's get into something on part time, because there's a lot of discussion. Though we have talked about GIC, there's a lot of discussion happen on part time. How difficult are, I mean, like, even, I mean, places like Toronto, if you find it difficulties, or Vancouver, if you find it difficulty, other place it will be more difficulty actually. I mean, if I'm not wrong. What is the current situation there on part time actually? Yeah, Naveen will say it is easy. Naresh, go ahead.
So yeah, sir. So I came like 2023 Jan. So at that time I was not in Toronto, so I was in a different city. It's like Timmins. So there we have less number of shops, less number of everything compared to Toronto.
Okay.
But still, you can find a job, but it's like through reference. Like one of your friend have to work somewhere. Like then only you will get to know that you have a job. Like we can just go and apply in every store in Timmins. We can cover the whole Timmins area in 2 days. I can go to every store in Timmins in 2 days, but still, one of my friend worked there, so I got a job through reference only. I got a job, but and Toronto, we have more places here, like more stores. Everything is like more number. So the like percentage of getting job is higher in Toronto, but it's like people needs to go. Even so many of my friends are getting job easily, but at one point around 70% of people just getting by through reference. One of their friends are like recommending that. So you need to make good connection. So then getting a job is comparatively little easy.
Easy. Okay. Yes. Hari, go ahead.
So what happened is, before it was like 40-hour rule, not 40, but you can work more than 20 hours. It was like this a few months before. I think it's still, I don't know which month. So during that time, it was a crisis. It was a crisis because due to the desperation of a few people, a lot more people couldn't find a job because people are working 70, 80, more than 80 hours a week.
That's a
And
12
there
hours
were,
per day almost.
yeah, because and there were business owners who are okay with it because they just need one people. They don't need to do the pay stub and all these formalities for two people. If one guy is working for 80 hours, they're okay with it. If he is an experienced guy, obviously they're happy with it. So that leads to the joblessness of a lot of people, and unfortunately, I was one who got stuck into it. So after the rule was abolished, so after it came back to like 24, it was okay. It became better, and right now in Toronto, people are finding it okay to find part-time jobs, even though yeah there is crisis. Even referrals work here, but comparatively, comparing to the more than 20-hour rule, now it is kind of okay because yeah, that's what I feel, because I got a job, so I can say that everything is okay, everyone is working. Toronto is a blissful city, but it's not. I could see a lot of people struggling without jobs, but they are not here when this more than 20-hour rule was here. So
Okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
that
So right now it is
they don't
24
know about
hours,
the stuff.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's my question is right now they made it as 24 hours from 20 to 24 hours. So, I mean, is there the need to make it 24 hours? Because like 20 hours itself, not a lot of people are getting a job, or I mean, like finding it difficult to for a part time. So, what is the need for making it 24 hours? Is it just, I mean,
No,
to
so
support?
it's like they initially they have this 40 hours cap, and people were
Correct.
like asking why you reduced to 20, and then they have to go in between the numbers, so they just had 5 more hours with it. So I think that's the reason they don't want to have any other thing. Maybe the monthly expense, maybe they consider the monthly expense, and then they might add at the 5 hours extra. But still, people who can work on the university or something, they can work more than 40 hours, right?
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I
Yeah.
mean, that's yeah, Hari. Yeah, Hari.
So there is two reasons. One, as we all know, it's a stunt. It's a political stunt because 20, 24 can satisfy more people. Like if you say like you don't need to work 20, now you can work 24 means people will be happy. Like psychologically we'll be like, okay, at least it's better than 20. That's what we thought. And yeah, this kind of the election is coming up, this can be a stunt like that. And also like every year they will increase the wage of like $1, $1.5, which is good, which is beneficial. But yeah, people were like, at least I'm getting this instead of getting stuck into something else. That's the one thing. And the second thing is, if it's 24, you can work 3 full days of work, 8 plus 8
Yeah,
plus 8. So
yeah.
it's easier for the employers and also the employees or workers to just say, I can come for 3 days. That's it. Because with 20, you have to do a lot of Harley calculation stuff. So now it's better.
Now it's better. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, I mean, there's one question which is like, I mean, like, you said like, Toronto, it is like 1,200 is roughly about the cost of living, actually. Roughly, I'm just talking about for a obviously student accommodation, not a luxury ones, actually. Okay. So, I mean, to a greater extent, we should be able to manage. I mean, they should be able to manage with the part time if they get about 20 hours, right? If I'm not wrong, 20 hours, if they work on a weekly basis, they should be able to manage their monthly expenditure, right? Without a GSC amount.
Yes. Yes, sir, for sure. If they had a job for 20 hours a week, then they are good. Like they can also save some money if they
Okay.
spend less.
Yeah. Hari is disagreeing it. Yeah, go ahead, Hari. சொல்லுங்க ஹரி உங்களோட தாட்
Because
என்னன்னு
I'm in that situation right now. I can work
yeah,
only
yeah,
for
I know
20 hours.
that's why I wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
I put this question to I know there'll be a yeah go ahead.
Yeah, so right now, after taxes, if you work for 20 hours, you'll end up with like 1,300 or something like that, 1,250 or 1,300, and my expenses are like 1,400 because I'm in Toronto, so I'm spending $50 more than what I earn right now. If you are
Okay.
because I had to send it for the loan as well. I had
Yeah.
some responsibilities back home, so I just have to do that. If you don't have any responsibilities and you can compress your expenses within like 1,100 or 1,200, it'll be like an equilibrium. You can just get the money, you can give the money, so you cannot see
Okay.
anything in your hand, it'll just go away.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
Naveen.
I agree to him because whenever the salary credits, I don't know, like rent, groceries, mobile bills, and I will be end up being with under $150 every month. So I could
Yeah.
save only that sort of money if I'm getting 20 hours of job. But usually, students' biggest enemy is I'm not offending anyone. It's a spousal work permit. So the if
Mhm.
you marrying if you are married, the men or women used to go to college or the university, and the
Mhm.
women or men will be working as a full time. So they usually work for 40 to 50 hours, and they will just take all of the hours which students used to get usually. So they used to get all the hours, and students will be end up with 12 hours, 13 hours per week. So we don't get that much hours to bear the price. So we can't, it's be quite challenging for us to bear the living cost. So that's how it works here. Because it's one-time investment, like the women or men will be investing in school and they will make that sort of money within 2 years. So if they are spending like 20 lakhs, let's say, the men used to work for like 50, 60 hours. There is no time limit, hours limit for him. So he will make that sort of good money and he will be happily enjoying, and he will be getting like 3 years extra, like totally 5 years kind of thing. I used
Naveen,
to
have you
worry
been
about.
to? There is a state called Punjab in India. You know,
Yeah.
Venkat is laughing. I said there is a state for Punjab. Venki, you wanted to add up something here? How beneficiary this? I don't know. I mean, just wanted to put this thought to this open to this forum actually. Yeah, you want to take it up?
Yeah. No, I see. I understand from Navin's view, but I would beg to differ actually on this. Your statement, because see, there is a huge difference between living single and living with a family. Okay. If you think for you working 24 hours is suffice, working 40 hours for a family is not suffice. Making 40 hours of money is not suffice, right? So you might think it's a benefit for them, but it's the other way around. Okay. So yeah. So anyways,
Provided if they go with that purpose actually.
provided if they go with that purpose,
Yeah,
exactly.
They go with this. I mean, with the purpose saying like they be with the spouse for. I mean, okay. I mean, anyhow, that's a different discussion. We'll take it up later. Yeah. So somebody is asking a question: what is the approximate cost to study in abroad? Okay, this is. I mean, this is like this actually. What is the cost for a meal? Okay, so it is depends on where you want to eat. Okay, so that's a question we had actually. So just to give you a rough ballpoint figure, we're talking about Canada today. So if it is a college, I mean, roughly about your fees maybe in INR 15-20 lakhs. If it is a university, roughly about anywhere between 25 to, I mean, it can even go to 30-35 lakhs actually. Okay, is that fine, or you guys want to take it up in depth actually?
No, sir. Maybe a couple of years. When I get 1 year program. So totally, I spent around 20 lakhs at the whole par, but I didn't take any loans. I had some saved money, so I was saved here. But maybe I'm not sure. If I took the 2 year program, I might ended up with paying another $20,000 extra. So yeah, maybe 30 lakhs something. I might be paying extra, like 2 years ago.
So that's a question which is
Actually,
go
if you're studying in college, it will be like per year it cost you like 11 to 15 lakhs. It depends upon the course. If it comes to university, it's like double the amount. Like they will used to spend like 30 lakhs per year. So I'm not including the living cost. I'm not including the GIC. Apart from GIC, the cost of tuition itself for the college will be like more than 11 lakhs. Not it's like 8, 7. Like it was like 3 to 4 years before. Now it's everything is been 10 lakhs because we have a cap now. They are just increasing the tuition fees. They have to make profit.
So you're saying minimum is 20 to 25 lakhs for a college. So I mean, if it is a university, minimum 30,
like 50 to 50 lakhs. They don't be like
you
30
like
lakhs.
To add up something here?
No, sir. Good.
It's okay. Okay. So here there is a question here actually. Okay. So I mean, they've introduced something called DLI. There is only not every colleges can. I mean, you are eligible to get the post-study work, because that's one important things which student must aware about it actually before they getting into Canada. So I mean, Venki, would like to take this up?
Yeah, sure, sir. Sure. See, when we talk about DLI, luckily, I mean, you guys are all into a good institution and good university. So there is, I'm sure you guys are aware about it. There's something called the designated learning institutions right now, in which the IRCC approves the list of universities. So the university or the college has to be part of the designated learning institution. If they are not part of the designated learning institution, none of the part-time work permit or the full-time post-study graduate work permit will be eligible, which means they will not be eligible to apply for they can get the visa and they can come into the country and they can study. They can graduate, but they will not be able to apply for the post-study work permit.
Yeah.
So it's very important that people who are live, people who are in the chat, it's when it comes to Canada, because this is not something that other countries have in place, but Canada does have, because there's a lot of community and private colleges are there in Canada. So they've made this list. So post-study work permit will be eligible only for the approved IRCC designated learning institutions. Okay. And any questions you guys have about this? You want to discuss on this?
So the thing is, sir, why they came initiated this rule is because every college they're getting more admissions every year. So what they want to do is they want to rent a floor or something in a building, and they want to have their one of the branches of college there. So to make more profit. So
Yeah.
and more people are getting invitation. More people are getting the college seats and stuff. Maybe it's good for some point of in some point, but more people are getting sometimes what they will do is at the end we don't even go to the college. We pay for the college, we don't even go to the college. When we go for the college, we'll see what it is just one floor for the particular college. Even my college, Northern College, have my Northern College is a designated learning institute, but we have a sub branch called Pierce Campus.
Yes.
Same college, Pierce Campus.
In Toronto.
But they removed that. It was not part of the DLI. But before 1.5 years back, it was part of it. But it was just the one floor, so they get more profit. So it's a good rule only.
It's a good rule. Yes, exactly. I agree. It's a very good rule, because Naresh has a big sense of it, because they used to hire this one apartment downtown, and then anybody could get a contract with the college, and they can run 5-6 classes there, and then get the students off. So I'm glad that they've taken this rule up, and they're very strict on this.
Yeah, they will call us public-private partnership colleges. So
yes,
they just removed 4 months before. Even I'm studying at Fanshawe. We have a campus in Toronto. So it's they just rented an apartment, to be honest. So it's a public-private partnership college. So it's kind of different name, different building, but they're just advertising Fanshawe College in that building. Now they just removed, and they just make sure every students get the pay which they're the cost they which spending on studies, they have to useful for the students. So the students intake has been reduced. If see in my class, I have only 20 to 25 students, but when it was fourth semester, my super seniors batch, they having 7 to 8 sections, and in a class they having 30 to 40 students. Now I have only 3 sections, and in each section we have 20 to 25 students. That's good for the students as well, because we used to get more college life, because 1 year before it was online platform, so there is no classroom for the students to come to attend the class, and most of the class were in online. Now they just make sure every student comes to college and attend the college and get the use of it and the infrastructures. So that's good for the students.
That's good. So honeymoon period for the college is over, actually.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so coming back to the wheel, you just move on to, there was some, in between there was some, somebody was in the Hindu temple, you could see there is something was happening. Then there was recently some news that even Indian travelers is being checked, actually, and there was a lot of things are coming up, actually. Are you guys are seeing any unrest, or are you guys are noticing anything specifically happen to Indians? How safe it is? Is it really the media hype, or these kind of things are bound to happen in every country, but I just want to know what is the ground reality there, actually. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
So actually there were a sequence of events. So initially we all know the diplomats has been revoked from Canada, and then India revoked the diplomats, and after that here there was an attack happened on the Indian diplomats in a Hindu temple, but it ended up all the few of the, not even few, many of the innocent devotees has been attacked. So it was the target was that officials, but the general public got attacked. So after this, I don't know whether the people who's watching this know this. There was a bomb threat. So the head of Khalistani, that guy has been said that don't use Air India. If you are going to, if you're gonna use Air India, we can blow any aircraft at any time. So he has openly given a bomb threat, and yeah, a few of the sequence has been happening, but it's not happening in the public place. It is like it is happening, but it's not happening everywhere, and it's not happening to everyone. If I want to get involved into this, means I can put myself in there and I can do anything, or I can get anything back. If I don't want to involve in this, I can stay away. So it's like 50% that's happening and 50% that's the media that's like blowing this up. Because as a person who's going to college, studying, working, and taking care of my own things, I cannot see anything that's affecting me. But in a point of view, now I'm being afraid to go for a temple. Which is in a certain places. So Scarborough is our area. So Scarborough is like there is only Tamil people, Tamil temples. So it's our place. So if I want to go to any bigger temple that's in Brampton or in Mississauga, psychologically I was like,
why to take a chance?
let me stay away from this.
Yeah. Naresh, would like to add it up?
So the thing is, I don't actually even know about all these things. My friends just told about these things that happen. Even my parents were asked about what these things happen here. I'm in this extreme end of the Scarborough. Maybe, I'm in this edge of the Scarborough. So I don't even get more people here. I will have less people here. It's little calm. But when I hear these things are happening, it's mostly happening in Brampton and Mississauga area. And there are other small cities there which were dominated by people who are like coming from North India, and they have their inner conflicts. I think they are just putting it out there, and they started thinking that it was the Canada is their country. So that's where the clashes starts from. It's our country. Why you guys are coming here and doing stuff? So
Khalistani claims it is our country as if they are born there actually. Okay.
Yeah. So what's happening is initially, I don't want to name anyone. So initially, what happened is they were saying Indians don't belong to this country. Yeah, now those people saying
you have to make a point that Khalistani says they are belongs to the country and Indians are not belongs. Okay. Yeah.
Indians don't belong to this country. Just go back. They were saying this, but what happening now is they asking the white people to go back to Europe.
Yeah. Correct.
They're asking the white people to go back to Europe, and they were saying, you guys are all immigrants, we are the son of this land. They were claiming like that. So
son of the soil,
son of the soil. So what happens is initially it will portray as Indians claiming the country, because the white people, they don't know what's happening around. They don't, if they're interested, they can get out the knowledge, but if not, means they'll just say all the Indians are doing this.
That's good. Okay, Venkat, you would like to add up something here?
No, I have more questions here only. It's just that
please go ahead.
When I was there you could hardly see any black face or a brown face or anything, right? When the time that I studied back in 2000. So what is your because see, still there is a lot of interest for students to come into the country and then study, right?
What is a lot of opportunities are available, no doubt. Yeah.
Is available. From your side, I mean, what do you suggest to the students who are interested and who wanted to come this year or the next year? I just want to know your thought process on that. I forget about politics, because Naresh was still saying that I didn't feel that much of things from my side of the story, right? So what is your suggestion to the students is what I wanted to know. Who are going to be coming here next year?
Yeah.
I think they can, if they want to really have the Canadian experience, they have to go for universities, sir. There is no saying. They have to go for universities. Still in universities, we can see like more immigrants, and there, if you want more more Canadian experience, they have to go to some small cities, small places here. So then, like for me, I'm living in Toronto for around like 1.5 years. I've been seeing more, at least around only 5,000 white people only I might have seen, like in this 1.5 year. I've seen so many immigrants only. So then there is this culture is like having this mixed culture, like all the immigrants culture. So they want to have a Canadian good experience, and they actually want to experience the culture and stuff, they have to go somewhere like not in the main city, like small cities. They can explore more. They can
Explore other
actually
parts.
get to know about the experience. So universities and like small cities are the keys.
Correct. Yeah.
See, there's
I agree.
another point which I wanted to make here. I mean, yeah, Hari, go ahead, Hari.
Yeah, so if anyone is coming next year, I'm not talking whether they can come or not, but I'm not getting into that. But if they want to get the Canadian culture or they want to see Canadian lifestyle or something like that, even universities nowadays got crowded with the immigrated people, and I won't blame anyone because I myself am an immigrated person. As I have a reason, everyone has their own reason. If anyone can come here and anyone can come in a legit way and for a legit reason. They should not come here in an exploitative way to exploit this land. So anyone who's out there, who's genuine, who's here for a noble reason, they can be here. And if not, means yeah, it's like everyone. Canada is always a multicultural country. It's
I
not
don't know,
like a
want and
Canadian
earn
country.
money is a noble cause or not, Hari. Honestly, if you ask me, people who goes to, I mean, study abroad is no noble cause and all. I want to earn money, nothing more than that is my feel. I may be wrong, but 99% of people feels the same actually.
Yeah, even I felt that. Even I was here for the money. But the thing is, it's not like I can go to any extent to get the money.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
right.
what
Illegally,
I do
illegally.
for the money, right? So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And yeah, Canada is always a multicultural country. So it's
And,
not like,
see, there's some
yeah,
statistics I would like to mention it since we are talking about this actually. I don't know whether you guys are aware about it. Canada, I mean, GDP's revenues comes in 29% comes through mining alone actually. Okay. And when it comes to IT, I mean, like, next to, next to US, Canada, I mean, like, ID jobs, a lot of opportunities are available in Canada. And I mean, when it comes to population, they are stagnant. They only can manage the population only with the immigration. Without that, Canada economy cannot go up actually. Just for I mean, since we are talking about number, I mean, a couple of years back, they've talked about 6 lakh, 7 lakh students actually. Today, they're talking about 3.95, and next year, they're talking about 3.65. Okay, still, they are saying like, the growth was gone up like this. Now we are going up like this and all actually. Whatever story, it is fine. Still 95 right now, next year, 3.65. Still, it is a big number. Still, it is a big number. Okay. I mean, yes, Naveen. Yeah.
Still, Canada is land of opportunities, I would say, because
Very true.
because every country has different conflicts, different issues. But Canada issues has been booming for past 3 to 4 years because of the immigrants. So I would say the students to choose the reason why you want to come to Canada. If you're fixed with the reason and the research which you're doing, I would say, like, if I'm from the healthcare background, so I do have lot of opportunities all over the world. I'm not specifically saying in Canada, because I've been studying in college. So in college also, I would say the courses which they are offering for the healthcare is very good, because the education which I get in India is not that much good when it's compared to Canada. So it depends upon the field of study. If you are studying in a college as a diploma course in Canada, you will be making like 30 to 40 hours per hour in a healthcare field. So
That's
when
a
I
that's
was
a question. That's a question which we need to discuss a lot. I mean, people wanted to hear rather than the anything else. Salary. Okay. Yeah, Naveen. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
because I know one of my friends' fiance, she's just completed a practical nursing in Flamingo College. She's a practical nursing. Now she's earning in an internship like $30 per hour. So it's a
Okay.
good sort of money in a healthcare field. It's a good sort of money. So the money which you're spending for the tuition, you will be getting within like 1.5 years. So it's a land of opportunities as
No doubt
far
about
as I
that.
concern. Yeah.
See,
I don't know about
the
much about
yeah, yeah.
the
I mean,
others.
Naresh, what is the salary levels, Naresh? Actually,
Sir, the salary level depends on three modes, sir. One is a contract from agency, direct contract from the company, and
yeah,
then a direct job. So
yeah.
the direct job have the more things of like benefits and stuff, but they have to pay more tax. And the second guys are the lucky guys. They get the direct contract from the company. They don't have to pay much tax, but they will get easily 8,000 for an IT employee. For me, if I got this job as a contract directly from the company, I might have get around $7,000 to $8,000 per month.
Yeah.
And if it was my full-time job, permanent position, I might get around $4,000 to $5,000 because I get more benefits from the company. But since I was at the third part, like contract through agency will take some money from my total pay, which I'm getting from the company. So I will get around, I'm just getting paid around for hours, like $18 per hour. Since my job is remote, I don't have to spend much. So, and it was my initial stage here, right? So I'm just building the base here. So I don't have to, so I'm just going with the job. And yeah, sir, so we have to, it's like it's based on our luck.
Probably couple of years, if you live there is a possibilities you can learn anywhere between 80K to 100K Canadian dollars.
Yeah,
which is
still, my company can, like, what the company is doing is they don't want to just give the full-time job directly, because people are jumping from jobs to jobs, like whenever they're getting that big pay. So they introduce this thing of having a people on contract, like for a couple of years, like 1 or 2 years. Even my company is saying, like, we'll just give you a contract extension for at least 1 year or 1.5 year, then we'll make you permanent. We don't just directly make you permanent. So that's what they are saying when we are asking about it. So if I was getting permanent position, I might get good benefits. I might get this holidays and vacations. Since I'm a contract employee, I don't get any vacations and stuff. But if I was a full-time employee, I get more benefits like TD Healthcare. And okay. The company name. Okay. More benefits from the company. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yes. Anybody else would like to? Because like there's another one which you would like to. We have about another 8 to 10 minutes. We have to quickly discuss two things. One is obviously, I mean, PR, options of PR, and other one is salary. Is like, as Naresh was talking about it, couple of years, if you spend anywhere between 80 to 100K is definitely possible, and the PR is definitely I mean, the moment you get into a right job, and I mean, like, you qualify all these points. Yes, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was about to say is Canada was like, I can study whatever I want, I can get a career, I can get a job, I can get a PR. But right now it's not at all like that. I have to plan that before even coming here. Which job, which stream I'm gonna go, whether that stream has PR, whether I can get a job. Because I disagree with Naveen, because not all the careers here are getting jobs. Yeah, for example, I'm with marketing. My course was, I don't want to use the word. Okay, I don't like the course. I don't like both of my courses because I'm better than the courses. In the courses, they were teaching basic marketing, and I was like, why would I spend 30 lakhs or like even 25 lakhs to this one? But if I want to stay here for 3 years and work and get PR, means that's worth it. If not, that's not worth. So what I would say is, even though I graduate from the college, I cannot ensure a job, because I had to be skilled. The industry expectations out there is not at all near what I getting taught in colleges. So I had to upskill myself. The competition is a lot in terms of the common industries like marketing, business, accounting, and all those stuff. But for healthcare and all those stuff, they have a prosperous career here, because the people. It's the end of the day. It's like whom the government wants. End of the day, whom the government wants and whom the government don't want. So as of now, they don't need that much of people who's with a basic knowledge of business, marketing, and advertising. They need someone who's extremely skilled. And in terms of healthcare and all those stuff, they're okay to invite anyone who's in that field, because they need people for that. With job and also with PR.
I'm not saying all the job. I'm saying about the healthcare.
Okay.
I'm not even the digital marketing, accounts. Any other engineering students wants to study in a healthcare course. Like everyone agrees to this, because the CRS score is for the healthcare is very, very low compared to the other occupations. So they can easily get a PR. They will get a high-paying job. Their job is secured, so they don't set a fire on their back, if we lose the job or not, if we will be like jobless kind of thing. It's kind of a secure job, and it's kind of a long-term job. We don't have to get feared,
Okay, now in a technical term, I mean, like, what Hari and Naveen is saying. So find out what is the skill shortage area in Canada. I mean, just don't go, just wanted to go Canada just because of your friend is there, or because of your whatever it is.
That's true.
I mean, like, your boyfriend, girlfriends are there, or you see somebody who's looking good. Don't go all these things. Actually, fancy statements are gone. I mean, like, you really wanted to study, check, is that a skill shortage area? So do some little research before getting into that. Or if your father and mother has a lot of money wanted to spend, yeah, obviously you can go actually. So nothing wrong to do that actually. Okay, Venki, you would like to add it up, and so that quickly we'll go for a before we getting into wrap up. Yes, Venki.
Yeah, sir. This concept of as rightly Hari said, that it's very important to choose the career options before getting into Canada. And there is something called the National Occupation Classification. So if you Google National Occupation Classification in Canada, it will list the jobs by PR category. So PR is categorized from that National Occupation Classification, 0, A, and B. Okay. So based on the jobs that are available in 0 category or O category, we call it, and then category A and then category B. So this is how the PR is pulled into skilled immigration category. So this 3 category will come under those PR categories. I don't want to dwell into much detail about types of PR, but all these PR categories will come under the National Occupation Classification 0A and B. So I would request students to go into, so let's say for example, Navin is in healthcare, right? So if healthcare comes under those 3 categories, so you have to check for example, healthcare means healthcare administrator, or you're a pharmacist, nurse, whatever it is. If the job title comes under those category, then you would automatically be eligible to get into applying for the permanent residency, right?
Yeah,
So this is something that I wanted to mention. Yeah,
That's true.
Just for a quick reference for students, I mean, if you want to get into robotics, if you want to go into AI, data analyst, cyber security, or if you want to get into mining, or if you want to get into anything related to healthcare, these are all has some decent job openings are available. As per my little knowledge, you see some gray hair, only 20 years of experience in this field. Okay, I mean, if you wanted to get into something like marketing where Hari wanted to get in, it's not that easy actually. It has its own challenges actually. But yeah, okay, I mean, some of those carriers, I mean, somebody who says like MBA, I didn't get well in doing engineering, can I get into MBA? You can get into MBA, but it will be a competitive actually. Okay, so quickly wrap it up, just to, I mean, like, final 1 minute, or each I mean, each one of you take a 1 minute and say something, whatever you wanted to say it actually, before we go for a close. Yes, Hari, good start.
I will come after them.
You'll come. Okay. Say who? Naresh, take it up. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. So to the people who wants to come to Canada, I will also recommend that it is not just Canada. There are so many other places, and if you have a thought of like I want to settle in Canada, then come with that mindset, because I've seen so many people coming here with that mindset and it changed in few years and then they just went back. So don't just pressure yourself. It's just, even if you can't stay in Canada, there are still opportunities in other places also. So just look for other options also as a backup, and just prepare yourself before you come here. They already know like what is happening here, but I think comparatively from like couple of months ago, nowadays it's little better because the number of students coming here is getting reduced. So yeah, sir, maybe in the couple of more years, it will be again, Canada will be the same compared to last 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, like, today, for getting a visa, if you are planning Canada, that plan at least 1.5 years before. Okay, because like courses are getting filled faster for the right university, and I mean, getting a visa is taking nothing less than, I mean, minimum of 2 to 2.5 months. So I mean, then getting an offer is taking 2 to 3 months. So entire process is taking a lot of time. Yeah. Yes, Naveen.
Uh, okay. Like every country, not only particularly in Canada, every country has pros and cons. So just what
Very true.
pros and cons. Okay.
Very true.
If you are choosing Canada, do your own research. Don't end up with lot more debts. Plan according to how you can spend your money. Like if you're having like let's say 30 lakhs, which field I can study, which university I can afford, which area I have to choose. If you're choosing in a posh area, let's say Toronto, it's a posh area. So if you're choosing there, And if you heard about Harry saying about the living cost, so you just calculate about the living cost, living expenses, and what are the things we can do, what are the pros and what are the cons are there in Toronto, and what are the universities are good, what are the colleges are good. Choose according to your research. Don't listen to your friends, families, or your girlfriend or your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Do your
Yeah.
own research. So every job has pros and cons. Not only this job has a well settled life, this job has no settled life. Every job has pros and cons. Every job is hectic. It's not that good. If you're making good sort of money, you will face lot of challenges, racism. So racisms do exist here. So you should be physically and emotionally strong. You can,
Yeah.
if you want to study in abroad. That's
Very
all
true.
I have to
Very
just say.
ஆமா, வெறும் டிம் ஹார்டனுக்காக நீங்க கனடா போகணும். இப்போ ஹைதராபாத் ஏர்போர்ட்லயே இருக்கு. எஸ் சரி, குவிக்லி, யா, கோ அட்.
So what I would say is, before when I came to Canada, it was like you'll go to a consultant, and unfortunately, I didn't get anyone like you to give a proper guidance. But me and my friends, it's like you go to a consultant, they'll ask you which country, you will say Canada. They'll ask you which stream you want to go, you will say business or marketing, and they themselves will send you a 10 course, and they ask you to choose one.
ஹரி
You have to.
ஹரி இது ஒரு மிஸ்டேக் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. அது ஒரு கொஸ்டினை விட்டுட்டீங்க. நீங்க முக்கியமான கொஸ்டினை விட்டீங்க. அதுல ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் அவங்க கேட்கறது என்னன்னா, என்ன பட்ஜெட்னு.
Okay.
So others
அவங்க
are
ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
marketing
கேட்பாங்க,
budget.
what is your budget,
Yeah.
where you wanted to go, what you want to study, these three questions.
Sir,
Then they will
அதுதான்
give you
பட்ஜெட்டுக்கு பதிலா அவங்க வந்து இப்போ இப்படி வந்துட்டாங்க. போஸ்ட் கிராஜுவேட் படிக்கிறீங்களா, மாஸ்டர்ஸ் படிக்க போறீங்களா? போஸ்ட் கிராஜுவேஷனா கம்மி செலவாகும், மாஸ்டர்ஸ்னா அதிக செலவாகும். சோ அந்த பட்ஜெட் டைரக்டா சொன்னா நல்லா இருக்காதுன்னு சொல்லி இப்படி ஒரு சேஞ்சஸ் கொண்டு வந்திருக்காங்க.
That's good.
Yeah, so they'll
Okay.
send you a list of 10 courses, and you have to do the inky pinky ponky and choose one, and you just leave the rest to them. They'll apply visa and they'll do everything. You can just get the flight tickets. Even they can also get you the flight ticket in discount with the partnership they have, and they'll send you to Canada. You'll come to Canada and land, and you'll suffer. This is what happened before. Right now, you had to do research, because I was, even though I was clear, I did all the research. I know which stream I'm gonna go. I know all the things. I know the job market even before coming here, but still it can turn like kind of you can go a little bit off track, but still it happens. But what I would say right now is, do your own research, as Naveen said, and there are careers which is booming. Literally, Canada need those people, like healthcare, like agri, like trade. They need that people. I don't know IT whether comes there. I'm not sure about that. So if you look at it, and then before it was like PGDM is better than masters. They would say like PGDM and masters, they both are same. PGDM, even though you'll get more exposure and more practical exposure and all those stuff, but what I would say right now is master is the best option, because right now 1 year masters you can get 3 years of work permit. These guys can change it tomorrow. I don't know. As of now, I'm talking. So for 1 year masters, you can get 3 years of work permit.
2
So
years
it's like
post
all.
study தான 3 years Hari. Right now it's 1 year
இல்ல
தான.
masters degree they changed like
But
6 months before
yeah,
they
sir.
changed.
Yeah, for
But
PGDM
master
you had
degree
to do.
will have around 3 to 4, around 3
1.5.
semesters. So it will be like 1.5 year.
1.5 years.
That is the university 2 years. That's considered as 2 years. You don't consider the 1 year, because like நீங்க அந்த 8 months you thinking it is actually as per the idupadi it is a 2 years. 2 years பண்ணா நீங்க மாஸ்டர் யூனிவர்சிட்டில பண்ணாதான் 3 years. அப்படி இல்லனா it is 1 year. நீங்க PG diploma பண்ணீங்கன்னா it is only 1 year. Okay.
Yeah, but here
Just
what
clarity.
it is, if you get a master's, you'll get a 3 years of work permit, and there are masters which is for like 12 months, 8 months course plus 4 months cohort, I guess. So that would be the better option, I would say. I just say do your own research and don't believe anything just
Correct.
randomly.
So Trump is setting a lot of people wait for it actually. Yes, Venkat, you want to say something? 1 minute, quickly finished up.
No, sir, I'm good. I mean, these are all some good insights from these guys.
Okay. Good. It was an amazing discussion, though we are not able to take it up all the points, but we have covered to a greater extent. We have covered a good, from the time, what kind of expenditure and why it is 10,000, 20,000. I could see a lot of positive response here. That was an amazing. People are, it's just not because of we wanted to only share the positive things. We have also shared the challenges available. As Naveen said, it has a coin has a two sides actually. So pros and cons. Before deciding something, do our own research. Ari is not here to market me. You don't need not to come to me. Do your own research before going to Canada. Actually, okay. I mean, then people will say like, I know this guy is doing all these things. I have better things to do. Okay, but yeah, I mean, again, I think what I wanted to convey is like, don't get into just because of consultant saying something or somebody saying something. Don't do these mistakes. What people generally do a little research. Actually, I mean, like, you're spending amount of your father, of mother, of hard-earned money. Some don't tell me that I'm taking a loan, sir. I will pay. If you're not paying, your father has to pay. Please said that actually. Okay, and I mean, good that you don't end up it, but at least do some research. Actually, that's my thought. I'm leaving it for the day. Thank you guys. Thanks all the speakers, Hari, Naveen, Naresh, and my good friend Venkat, joining this Canada Roundtable. You guys really made a difference. Thanks for your time. Have a nice weekend. We can see you tomorrow at Vijayawada. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, and you can also follow all these people on Insta. All of them are in Canada. They put a lot of things about Canada. Actually, almost every day there will be some reels will be there. They are very active on Insta. Naresh is in the name of DNK. DNK, no?
DNK Creations, yeah, sir. Devraj Naresh
Sorry.
Kumar.
Devraj Naresh Kumar. DNK, not DMK. Please be aware about it. DNK. Okay. Hari HARI தானே அதுலயும்.
No, இது Insta is like Harry Talks. HARRYY Talks.
கனடா ஆயிட்டாரு, அதனால ஹாரி ஆயிட்டாரு. ஓகே, ஹாரி டாக்ஸ். ஆக்சுவலா நவீன், உங்களோட இன்ஸ்டா என்ன?
நவீன் தான்.
ஓகே, தமிழ்ல வேற எழுதிருப்பாரு நவீன் குமார்னு. அதையும் போய் பாத்துக்கலாம் நீங்க.
இங்கிலீஷ்
அவன் தமிழண்டா அப்படின்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி. வெங்கட் இஸ் நாட் தட் ஆக்டிவ் இன் இன்ஸ்டா. ஸோ வெங்கட ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சீங்கன்னா என்ன ஃபாலோ பண்ணிக்கங்க. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ கைஸ். குட் நைட்.
Bye. Nice meeting you guys. Bye.
Thank you guys.
I am just